Keith, thank you, as always, for coming on the show.
Pleasure, George.
Let's start with the responsibility that we have for these refugees. There's millions of them already in Pakistan, in Iran, not so much here in Britain, and yet we were one of the invading countries that set the whole ball rolling. At the same time, Britain can't really take unlimited refugees. We've got enough problems of our own. How do we square that circle, Keith?
Well, first of all, we are the fifth or possibly the sixth largest economy in the world. The idea that we cannot accommodate a few thousand refugees is just ridiculous. When you look at Lebanon, you look at Jordan, countries like that have absorbed, I mean, Jordan has over 1 million Syrian refugees. And because we've consistently, through both political main parties, had a rather restrictive immigration policy in the belief that that is the will of the British people, we've always come rather late to the party in terms of actually repatriating people who are genuinely fleeing from persecution. And we were late to the party with Syria. After Sweden took large numbers of Syrian refugees, we finally started taking a few hundred, and admittedly that has now accelerated. But Afghanistan is different, because here, as you were intimating a moment ago, we have a direct responsibility. The people who are fleeing from the Taliban are those who actively assisted the British forces on the ground as either interpreters or communicators or in some other bureaucratic way, were actually assisting British troops. And some of those British troops are now actually members of parliament. People like Tom Tugendhat and Dan Jarvis actually served in Afghanistan, and they are speaking up for them quite rightly. And we have not just a moral obligation, but we have a real obligation, if we are to hold our head up high in the world in future, to actually say that we are not going to abandon those people who actually volunteered to serve with us and to help us try to defeat the Taliban.